my fridge or rewind on my path that I bought so my robots could learn how to lock. Get money, 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 get money, 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 get money, 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 motherfucker. Money, 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 motherfucker. Money on my motherfucking mind. Got 5 haircuts at the same time. White gold pants, jet ski, made a wine. Foie gras, Buster, Albert Einstein. Get money. Money at my motherfucking mouth. The mansion, a ranch, and a camp in a town. A motherfucking store with the floor made of scalps. Bobby from the block, oh, got rocks, he got outs. Get money. Money in a motherfucking jar. Shark fin pastry, summers on Mars. 20 motherfuckers in a levitating car. 747 full of women and cigars. Get money. Money in a motherfucking pot. A castle full of cars and a yard full of yachts. A leopard with a mink and an arm full of clocks. All hand wound every day by a spot. Get money. Money, 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 motherfucker. Money is a motherfucking joke. 40 bald eagles sewn into a coat. Zoo with the crib, mermaid in the moat. Buy another strip mall every eighth. No, get money. Money ain't a motherfucking bribe. It's a sport I invented to win when I watch. You know the rights and the lights and the locks. Even know the ice and the Sprite you just drop. Get money. Money is your motherfucking life. 2-ton angel carved out of ice. Alligator sailboat, dollar sign ice. Fill a warehouse full of Van Goghs twice. Get money. Money or your motherfucking heart. I can give it to my dog. He makes money when he barks. So put it in my fridge or rewind on my path that I bought so my robots could learn how to lock. Get money. Money, 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 motherfucker. Money, 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 motherfucker. Money on my motherfucking mind. Got 5 haircuts at the same time. White gold pants, jet ski, made a wine. Foie gras, Buster,
Okay, let me just sound check this. Yeah, seems good. Could be a little lower for me, but I'm not sure if it should be lower for you guys. This should be good. Right now I hear the music twice. Shout out to OpenTTD and OpenRCT. Yes. I think I still have... Wait. Open... Yeah, I still have open... Wait. Wait, do I... Is that... Yeah, it is on Steam. Wait, do I just have this game on Steam? Yeah, because it's free on Steam. Why wouldn't it be? It's open source. Anyway, hi Glitchy. Welcome to that game that I've seen Bag play like a lot, and I was like, wow, this looks pretty cool. It's like some in between Darkest Dungeon and D&D, I would say. Also, wait, I should put myself a bit more in the corner. I'm in the way. There we go. Hi, Ranmu. I didn't want to cook, so I just ordered like pizza and it was spicy, and now I'm like struggling. By the way, I played this simulator like for half an hour already off stream, and I still had to ask like Paperbag a bunch of questions, like how does this work? For example, this box, like there's no way to open it. And then you can inspect it and like look at it from all directions, but yeah. Turns out you need to inspect it and like, you know, you click the bolts to undo them. There's nothing that tells you that you need to do that. I also spent like a while looking for a tutorial, but there's no tutorial. You just gotta start reading the book and searching for like the figures that you need. A dense stone container sealed by an unyielding visage. Lamentations of pain and anguish echo from within. Yeah, if you've watched Paperback play this, then and missed out on the tutorial, this is your chance. Now I don't know how the camera works. Okay, that's also like a box you gotta open. Oh, and then you just does this camera just take a photo of the board? Seems to be unable to recall who sent it to you. Yeah, that just, I assume, allows you to take a screenshot of what the board state is like. I've had to do that a bunch of times in D&D before. Anyway. Let's start by saying no. Also, wait, was this card here last time? It wasn't. Sure, send to inventory. That was just me messing around with like the boxes and the buttons and stuff to figure out how the heck everything in this game works. So, this is just the credits, basically. Introduction on how to play. I read like 4 pages of this before. I was like, you know what? I'll do the rest on stream because I'm already struggling to like find the figures. This page is basically about like, oh yeah, play with 1 to 4 players, assemble your figures now, and the figures are pre-assembled. Apparently they wanna put that, they've put that on the roadmap for Kingdom Death Sim to like, in the future you will have to put your own figures together. This game includes more monsters and many options for customizing your survivors. You can build new versions of survivors to represent them as they obtain new gear, or build entirely new survivors as some are lost and new ones start out the hunt. This game includes dice, 10-sided dice, and OSD 10s, and hit location dice, blah blah blah. At its core, Monster is a game about the fragility of human life and the ferocity of human spirit and the wonder of exploration. Your story will be shaped by the decisions you make, the strengths and weaknesses of your settlement, and the growth of your survivors. The game begins with a story that will introduce you to the basic concepts of the game. Prologue. Begin the game. Gather some friends. Well, I don't have friends to gather. Turn the page, read the first story, and start playing the prologue. Yeah, it's like hunt, showdown, settlement, and repeat. Look at this dude. Once upon a time, there was a place of carved stone faces. A man with a lantern lay sleeping in a dreamless sleep. The man knew nothing. He's me for real. One day, the man woke up. He rubbed the dried ink caked over his eyes and opened them. Around him he saw other people stirring, and beyond, a horizon of unbroken darkness. Whoa, lady. A woman approached the man with the lantern. Her soft hand reached out to him. They had no words. They were a mystery to each other. Suddenly, a monster emerged from the darkness, its eyes wild with hunger. It attacked. The people were no match for the monster. It tore their flesh and crushed their bones between its teeth. Some it devoured whole. Overcome with terror and grief, the man with the lantern collapsed to the ground. Cold stone noses pushed into his side. There was no escape. But the man did not want to die. Desperately grasping at the cold stone faces, he felt a crack and tore at it with all his might. A piece of stone came free. It was sharp and deadly. He's angry. The man with the lantern scrambled to his feet, his weapon clenched in his fist. He took a deep breath and roared into the darkness. Somewhere in the place of stone faces, nameless men and women stand together. They have nothing but a need to survive and a lantern to light their struggle. First story. The first story is the prologue to a monster. It will teach you the fundamentals of the game. Always start the game with the first story. This story picks up after the awakening of the survivors. Before they can take stock of their surroundings, the survivors must fight for their lives against the vicious white lion. This game is designed around 4 survivors. To begin playing, if you have fewer than 4 players, some or all players should create more than 1 survivor, so 4 survivors are represented. You will need to assemble the 4 starting survivor miniatures and the white lion miniature. Well, I don't have the miniature, so that's done. That's a face. Is it? I feel like I don't. Oh, and every. Is me or does the lion have messed up teeth? Now that you mention it, they're like kind of pointing outward. Although this is a prologue, Kingdom Death is a dangerous place. Even the starting survivors can perish before their story truly begins. What's in the prologue? The first story is designed to guide the 4 survivors through their first encounter with the monster. If they prevail, they will create a brand new settlement. Players are meant to play as they read and learn the game. By the end of this prologue, you should understand the core rules of gameplay, complete your first showdown, create your settlement, and be ready for campaign play. During the prologue, questions may arise that are not completely addressed in this section. The aim of the prologue is to get you playing, so feel free to make decisions and mistakes. Full game rules that follow the prologue address the deeper nuances of the gameplay once you've got the hang of the basics. Whoa. Why does she look at like a glue bottle in that way? I wish she looked at me that way. I was about to say, like, Glitchy, be quiet, but you just posted 3 dots, so you were 1 step ahead. Create a survivor. Gear grid. Oh yeah, gear grid and starting gear. Each survivor uses a gear grid to arrange the gear their survivor currently has. Starting survivors begin with 1 cloth armor and 1 founding stone. In the weapon gear card, place these 2 cards right side up in the 2 boxes on your gear grid. Frown. Yeah, I learned, like, I played this a little off stream because I was like, okay, where are the clothes cards? And I spent, like, I looked everywhere and it took me a while to find that, like, stone circle, wait. Yeah, these are in alphabetical order. See how do you see how easy they are to miss? Starting gear. There we go. Give me that. And then there is a way to just... Yeah, E. Okay. You can press E to just draw a card immediately, and you don't have to go through the like whole menu each time. That's one of the keybinds I learned. Another one I learned is like... Huh? Can I rotate this? There we go. Yeah, learning the keybinds is pretty important. Playing Kingdom Death Sim for like 20 minutes made me realize how fast Paperbag has learned to do this. Like you press V to look at the whole deck so you can pick and choose a card, and then you press F to turn the card around, and then you accidentally click the deck. Wait, you can actually... I forgot, you can just grab multiple. And then flip, and then one goes there. And then one goes there. That's also something I learned. You can grab multiple cards at once. Okay, back to the book. That was like the first paragraph. The left side of the gear grid has a reference area to describing the survivor's turn. Spending survival and fighting barehanded with fist and tooth. Use a survivor's record sheet. Use a survivor record sheet for each survivor. The record sheet maintains vital information about the survivor's life. Pencils and erasers are recommended for record sheets, as you will change them often. Fortune is fleeting after all. Only the survivor characteristics vital for a starting survivor's first showdown are discussed below. Complete rules can be found in the survivors section of the rulebook. Name your survivor in the space provided. Your survivor gains 1 survival for having a name. Add 1 to the record sheet in the box labeled survival. See, give me... Whoa, that's a lag spike. One of those. And give me another one of those. Another one. Another one. What are we gonna name this guy? This is gonna be glitchy. Wait. Who's in this corner? Okay, glitchy, you're a male now. And you gain 1 survival. This hunk, this stud is gonna be Rembot. Also, he's getting 1 survival for being named now. Okay, that's actually a bit of a twink, but it's fine. Wait. Oh, her hand is in front of there, but she doesn't have... Ah. I was like, is she naked? But she's not. She's covering herself with arm. Who's gonna be the first woman in the settlement? You know what? I'm just gonna name this one Bunyan. If there's anyone I know that wants intimacy with men, it's... And Ilya. I don't know. I don't know any other women, you know? Only the survivor characteristic. Name your survivor. Yeah. Survival represents the desperate desire to cling to life. In the first story, survival can only be spent to dodge. As you play, you will gain up to 4 more life-saving survival actions. Dash, encourage, surge, and endure. Endure? When survival is spent, decrease the number in the survival box by 1. Survival does not automatically replenish and must be earned through gameplay. Survivors' attributes describe their advantages and disadvantages. Except for movement, attributes start at 0. While most won't be used during this first story, all attributes are listed below. Movement is 5 and survival is 1. And speed is also at 0. Huh. Movement is already at 5 and survival is at 1. So these are all like... Why? I can just leave them empty. Empty means 0. So this is Tabletop Simulator, but one game. Yeah. But it's like a bit more custom made, I think. And it makes sense that, like, I think Paperback played this game inside Tabletop Simulator. But, you know, I guess they wanted to make their own version so people wouldn't have to buy both Kingdom Death and Tabletop Simulator to play it. Yeah, like, they made a whole room around it, and in the roadmap they mentioned, like, they want to automate more of the game and have a bunch, like, some bosses just roll their dice automatically for you so it's less clunky. And they want to make the house that this game takes place in, like, scarier or explorable. Something like that. Starting survivors' movement is 5, meaning they may move up to 5 adjacent unoccupied spaces each turn. Counted cardinally and not diagonally. Okay. Survivors have 5 hit locations, vulnerable to damage and capable of wearing protective armor. Head, arms, body, waist and legs. Hit locations have light and heavy injury levels. Armor points. The cloth starting gear provides 1 armor point to the waist location, indicated by a 1 in the shield, accompanied by the waist symbol. Record 1 in the shield-shaped space next to the waist on your survivor record sheet to represent the armor points gained by cloth. Waist. Not gonna lie, I think, like, when I did this off stream, I did it wrong and put that point in, like, the body field instead of waist. The brain location is a... Wait, did I read everything? Yeah. The brain location is a survivor's mental fitness. The fragile brain has only 1 injury level. Instead of armor, survivors use insanity to shield their brains. Only brain damage harms the brain location. Actions that cause brain damage are clearly marked. When suffering brain damage, insanity protects the brain in the same way armor protects hit locations. Insanity keeps survivors steadfast in the face of a roaring toothy maw that would bring any sane person to their knees. Insanity is persistent and is gained and lost through gameplay. A starting survivor has 2 available weapons, the Founding Stone and Fist and Tooth. The rules for Founding Stone can be found in the Founding Stone gear card, and the rules for Fist and Tooth can be found on the left side of the gear grid, along with the usual reference information for survivors. Each weapon has attack attributes that determine the outcome of the survivor's attack. Details about making attacks follow later in this section. The survivor's Founding Stones have a special ability on the bottom of the gear card instead of attacking the monster with the Founding Stone in hand. Survivors may throw it at the monster from anywhere on the showdown board, causing an automatic critical wound. Afterwards, the Founding Stone is lost forever and archived. Return to the game box. When you eat a bit too much lead is yummy though. Man, I was about to say like, oh man, I miss my old student dorm with the lead pipes. I'm feeling withdrawals. Oh wait. Start viewing may move, 1 activation. You can spend movement and spend 1 activation. You may spend survival to avoid damage from a hit or dash. Gain +1 movement and use it immediately. Surge. Gain 1 action and use it immediately. Encourage. Call out to a fellow survivor. They stand if they are knocked down. Unarmed combat. Yeah. For a second, I thought this thing just dealt 7+ damage, but sadly, that's not the case. First story, White Line. Create the White Line AI deck. The White Line AI deck controls the monster's actions. The first story, White Line, has a predetermined deck. In future showdowns, you will use the expanded rules to randomize AI decks. AI cards have ranks, denoted by a symbol in the top right corner, basic, advanced, and legendary. Additional types of cards will be used later. Select the following from the AI cards. Set Claw aside and shuffle the remaining cards. Oh yeah, Claw, Chomp, Size Up, Power Swat, and Grasp. Okay. Claw, Chomp, Size Up, Power Swat, and Grasp. Okay, surely I'll remember that, right? Smile. White Line. Give me your AI cards. And I'm putting them on the table. Let's see. Claw, Chomp, Size Up, Power Swat, and Grasp. I need these 5. Wait. Put all of them down. And then Maul, Terrifying Roar, and then Raged. View deck. Maul. Roar. And Enraged? Is that it? Yeah. Alter from Roar and Rage. Yeah. Set Claw aside and shuffle the remaining cards and then place them in a stack and place the Claw on top of the deck. Okay, V to view the deck. Best viewers! Holy. Okay, Claw. This is Claw, right? Yeah. And now I forgot what the shuffle button was. G! And this one goes on top and... Nope. Press Q to pick up the whole deck onto the AI stack. Set up the White Lion's hit location deck. Hit location decks are used to track where the White Lions hit when it's attacked. Take the White Lion's hit locations and set aside Strange Hand. Shuffle all remaining cards and then place Strange Hand back on top. Yeah, okay. Get out of here, Clanker! Back in my day, Wait. Wait. I'm not sure if that was the right one. Hold on. Oh, that's hunt events, and HL is hit locations. Ah, okay. Let's see, what do I have to take apart? Strange Hand. Yeah, and now we shuffle these. This goes on top of there, and this one. Also, because this isn't tabletop sim, if I move like this, I don't knock over like all the figures. There's less like wonky physics in here. Something I did like about tabletop sim though, was playing it in VR with friends. And if you zoom in tabletop simulator while in VR, they just make you smaller. Which makes sense, because you're zooming in, right, on a tabletop game. So they just make you smaller, so everything looks bigger. But that means that, like, your friends will see you as, like, a pawn on the board. When someone flips the entire table. Yeah, there's a reason why you should always have that disabled. Set up White Lion's basic action. Place the double-sided basic action / monster reference card on the monster control panel. Basic action monster reference. Is that in here? Oh yeah, it is. Close the survivor in field of view. White Lion. Custom deck list. Huh. The first story's White Lion attributes are listed on one side and its basic action on the other. Okay. Set up the showdown table. Place a showdown board in the play area. Arrange the survivors' record sheets and gear grids so they are accessible to the players. I did that. Place miniatures on the board. Okay, I spent like a while looking for the figures and they are already like put on the board for you. I'm just dumb. Place them on the board. Each player places their survivor miniature anywhere 6 spaces away. Showdown. Hold on, I'm gonna open a window for oxygen. Okay. I cracked open a window. Hopefully I won't be like yawning as much as now. The showdown proceeds in rounds. The White Lion takes its turn, then the survivors take a turn consisting of 1 act per survivor. This is considered 1 full round. Yeah, just like D&D. Select the monster controller. Choose a player to take the monster controller tile. After every round, pass it around. Yeah, I'm the only one here, so that's just me. For that round, the monster controller will take the monster's turn, handle any reactions if the monster is attacked on the survivor's turn, as well as controlling their own survivor. Okay, where's the monster Give me that. It's mine now. I am the monster controller. If a player targets their own survivor, they gain +1 insanity. So you do get rewarded for, like, playing fair. Oh, too dense to be important. Yeah, I some time ago told, like, this new apartment I moved in is actually properly isolated. Insulated? Isolated? In Dutch, though, those are the same word, but it's insulated, I think. But that means that I was like, oh man, I slept well, but I'm sleepy despite, and I'm yawning. And then someone mentioned like, oh, you should probably just open a window. And I opened the window and I was like, wait, that fixed it. Oh man, that's a little worrying. Isn't there that YouTube video about like, oh, this is your brain on stale air, and it's like, someone just inside some airtight glass house. I forgot what those are called. And then, like, after half an hour, the dude just genuinely is struggling with like some basic math questions. And after he just failed a bunch of those questions, they ask him like, "Leave us a CO detector." But we don't even have like a gas stove or like anything like that. But maybe that would work. Yeah, the guy with like stale air, he fails some basic math questions, and then they ask him like, "So how are you feeling?" And he's like, "Yeah, fine. Like, I think it'll be another 2 hours before I'll start feeling anything." And then they're like, "Oh dear, that's scary." Okay, I'm the monster controller. Draw a little claw attack. The white line attacks. The monster controller draws a top AI card of the AI deck and reads it. Determine the target. Consult the pick target list on the AI card. This action tells the monster controller which survivor to target. Starting at the top, check each item to see if any survivors satisfy the target rule. Stop when the first target is found. If more than one survivor can be targeted, it's up to the monster controller to choose. Common target list terms include closest threat. Closest standing survivor. A knockdown survivor is not a threat. Facing all spaces in front of the monster miniature. Close threat. Oh. Facing in range. Okay, so in range is different than in field of view, and facing is also like that, and field of view has like 2 blind spots. In range, if the monster's movement can end adjacent to the survivor, they are in range. In field of view, not in the blind spot. In case of claw, the first item in the pick list is closest threat. Wait. Oh, it's like fur. Ah, okay. So it's like 3. Is this like 3 and conditions or conditions that you'd like check? First item in the list is closest threat facing in range. Oh no, it's like that. Okay. The monster can move 6 space or fewer to reach the threat in a direction it's facing. One of those survivors is the target. If not, it's the next one. Closest threat in field of view. Monster controllers should find any threat not in the white line's blind spot. Note, even if the closest survivor is out of the white line's movement, they can still become the target. If no other targeting directives can be met, the final item on the list is no target sniff. The white line will fall back on instinct behavior. Sniff. If a target is not found, the rules for sniff are described above. If the white line sniffs, its turn will end. The target is selected and moved to the next section of the AI card. Okay, so that's like closest threat, it's facing in range. And that's like, well, that's Glitchy or me. Glitchy is gonna be, it's gonna be, well, actually, it's a good thing I named one after myself. That's like my survivor now. Maybe I should open my window sometimes, unless it's -30 outside, because then you can't open the window. It's frozen shut. I have a balcony, but the balcony also has windows. Like, those windows aren't airtight. They're like sliding windows that are on top of the like little wall of the balcony. But it's great, because if the sun is shining on the balcony, it's like... it's like a greenhouse and gets very warm in there. So despite it being November, I can just open the door to the balcony and it's like 26 degrees Celsius air flowing in. And if it's freezing outside, it's like 10-degree air. It's kind of nice. It helps. Also, your house should probably have like some ventilation, right? Of course they drew the topless lady. Anyway. Next action on the air card is move and attack. Move the white line towards its target any number of spaces up to its current movement, 6. Unless otherwise noted, a monster always turns to face its target. White line should move by the most direct route possible. One adjacent non-diagonal space at a time. The white line must be adjacent to a survivor to attack. If the white line cannot reach its target, it will move the maximum available spaces towards the target, turn to face them, and then end its turn. Moving the maximum number of spaces is allowed by movement attribute. By movement attribute is known as a full move. The white line attacks once it's adjacent. Okay, wait. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, Glitchy is coming for you. Once the white line is adjacent, follow the attack profile on the air card and make an attack based on the speed, accuracy, and damage listed there. Speed determines the number of attack move rolls. Claw's attack profile has 2 speed, so roll 2d10 to attack. Accuracy is the number of attack. The number on attack roll must meet in order to meet or exceed to hit the target. Claw has 2 accuracy, so determine hits by checking how many roll results are 2 or higher. If there are no hits, the monster misses and it proceeds to its next action on the card. If there are none, the card's discarded. So Claw has a speed of 2, and the first time I was like trying this, so I wouldn't like be looking for cards on stream. One of these was a 1, and I'm never gonna be that lucky again. A 5 and an 8, so that's 2 hits. If there are any hits in the attack, the target suffers damage equal to the damage listed on the attack's profile. This damage injures survivors, reducing their armor and then causing injuries. Roll the hit location dice once for every hit to determine what hit locations are being damaged. All hit location dice must be rolled before continuing. Okay. Yeah, I used up my luck in the first run. That's leg and that's chest. Damn it. None of those have armor. The target chooses what order to apply the damage to hit locations, and they will use survival to dodge. And it chooses what order to apply damage to hit locations, and if they will use survival to dodge a hit. Okay. Apply damage from all hits to complete the attack. Damage survivor stack. Reduce our 1 armor point and expend damage dealt by 1. Repeat until no armor points remain. If damage remains, continue. Fill 1 injury level box and expend the damage dealt by 1. Light then heavy. Repeat until all injury levels are filled. If damage remains, continue. If any damage remains, turn to the severe injury story event and roll once on the section for the hit locations. This expends any remaining damage. When all damage dealt from a hit location is reduced to 0, move on to the next hit and repeat this process. When no hits remain, the attack is complete. Okay, so let's go with leg first, I guess. Glitchy has no leg armor and is taking 2 damage to the leg. No, 1 damage actually. Oh, okay, you're fine. So that's 1. Let me double check if I did this right. Fill 1 injury level box and expand the damage dealt by 1. First light, then heavy. Okay, so basically you can take 2 hits and then you start really taking damage. The claw attack profile has 1 damage. The damage dealt by each hit is 1. Other attacks may have more damage. Resolve this damage according to the damage survivor steps described above. Resolve any hits from claw now. I just did that. Reducing armor points at location to 0 does not cause the armor to be discarded. However, the armor points do not replenish during the showdown. Injury levels can only be filled once and cannot be used to reduce damage again once they are filled. When a heavy injury level with a bolded box is filled, the survivor is knocked down. See above. Knockdown. When a heavy injury box is filled, the survivor is knocked down and no longer a threat. Lay the miniature on its side. If a survivor is knocked down while performing an attack, their remaining unresolved hits are cancelled. Knocking down survivors cannot spend action or movement or be knocked down again. They can spend survival to dodge but stay knocked down. Knockdown survivors get up at the end of the next monster turn. Alright. End of monster. Once claw is completed, place it face up in the AI discard pile on the monster control panel. End the monster's turn. The next page contains information for controlling the monster in future rounds. To start the survivor turn, turn the page. Yeah, last time I hit like the waist location, it's like, oh, -1 armor, ideal. Also, there's, I don't know why, but the art of the girls in this book feels a bit out of place. It feels a bit like the anime girl mod for Darkest Dungeon, you know? Like, the dude has just black eyes and no pupils, and the girls is just anime with, like, a soccer shirt and cleavage. Triggered effects. Some attack profiles have trigger sections that indicate when to apply an initial attack, listed below the attack profile. Before damage, apply effects after determining the number of hits, but before rolling hit location dice. After damage, resolve damage from all hits in this attack and then apply additional effects. Triggered effects appear directly under the attack profile. In the above example, after damage from the attack is applied, trigger knockback 6. Intimidate actions. Rather than physically harming these survivors, intimidate actions cripple the mind by causing brain damage. Each AI cards explain how to perform the specific intimidation. White line does not need to be adjacent to its target to intimidate. Brain traumas. Insanity is the armor of your brain. If your survivor's brain has no remaining insanity and the brain injury level is filled, further damage to the brain causes you to roll in the brain trauma table in this book. Like damage to other hit locations, rolling on the brain trauma table expends any remaining brain damage. Okay. So you never need to like roll the severe injury or brain trauma table like multiple times in a row. Those are found in a disordered deck. Draw 1 at random and apply the rules to the survivor. Severe injury and death. When a survivor's hit location has no remaining armor points and all injury levels are filled, they are in danger. Yeah? Any further damage to this hit location will cause a severe injury. Roll for that hit location on the severe injury story event in this book. Remember, survivors may spend survival to dodge one hit in these dire circumstances. Roll once on the table each time the hit location is damaged, even if the amount of damage is over 0 or over 1. Record effects of severe injuries in the impairment section of the survivor record sheet. Most often, survivors gain bleeding tokens when they suffer severe injuries. When a survivor has 5 bleeding tokens, they die. Survivors can also die from results on the severe injury table. When they die, remove the survivor miniature from the board. Moods. Moods are AI cards that remain in play after the monster's turn ends instead of being discarded. They have rules that persistently modify the behavior of the white lion once they come into play. When the moods are discarded, place them face up in the AI discard pile. Enraged gives the white lion a +1 damage token, which increases all damage dealt from attack profiles by 1. This does not include brain damage. Okay. Survivor's turn. Each turn, every survivor has an act. Each survivor takes their act one at a time. There is no set order. Players should decide their order strategically. Ah, cool. After all players' acts are finished, the round is over and it becomes the monster's turn again. When the survivor takes their act, they gain 1 movement and 1 activation. These can be spent in any order and are not cumulative from act to act. Each movement and activation must be completed before another one can begin. When a survivor finishes their act, they lose any unspent activation or movement before another survivor may begin to act. When a survivor spends their movement, they can move up to their movement attribute, 5, or 1 board space at a time to any unoccupied, adjacent, non-diagonal space. A survivor cannot divide their movement into multiple parts. They can move 2 spaces, spend an action, then resume their movement. A survivor adjacent to the white lion. Move a survivor adjacent to the white lion to attack. Survivor activation. Survivors can spend their activation to attack with the founding stone or sling it by following the special rule at the bottom of the card. When an activation is required, it will be denoted by a lightning bolt. Attacking with the founding stone. The starting survivors have 2 weapons, founding stone and fist and tooth. Each weapon has 3 attack attributes: speed, accuracy, and strength. Once adjacent to the monster, spend your thunderbolt to attack with the founding stone. Speed determines the number of attack rolls. This represents how quickly you strike. The founding stone speed is 2. Roll 2d10 to attack. Reading. Yeah, hey, I'm reading to you. Fun fact, if I was like some villain or something, my weakness would be reading, by the way. In elementary school, I got a like 30-minute longer lunch break, because after lunch break, like especially in like early like the first year of elementary, or first and second, I'm not sure, but the teacher would read a story. And she told my mom, like, yeah, every single time I read a story, Ren falls asleep. And later, when I was grown up and like a fella in college, some professors don't really have exciting lectures. And those professors were just basically reading to the people like sitting in that room. And I fell asleep at those as well. And when I was an even bigger fella with a full-time job, I realized I like kind of needed ADHD meds, because maybe it's that reading is too boring to me or something. But I had coworkers that like watched me walk into work, finishing a Red Bull, and then grabbing an espresso. And then there was a presentation, and they watched me fall asleep while standing up at the presentation. They were like, what's wrong with you? And they were like, did you stay up late yesterday, Ren? And I showed them my Pokemon Sleep record, and they said, and Pokemon Sleep told them like, no, Ren slept like 8.5 hours last night. Anyway, I just rolled an attack roll for Glitchy, I think, and then I moved Glitchy to the blind spot. Does it? Wait, do I get an advantage for attacking from the blind spot? Doesn't seem so. I'm a slow dude. I genuinely like haven't read books since high school because I'm a slow reader. And if you're a slow reader or dyslexic, books automatically become kind of boring. I know it sounds whack, but okay, that's a 7 or higher, so one of them hits. 2 speed, 7 or higher, and then you deal 1 damage. Okay, so these... No. Can you stay there? There we go. So one of those hits, so we draw a hit location card, which is Strange Hand. What do you mean failure? What? Speed is there, yeah, 2d10 rolls. Accuracy is the number of attack rolls must meet or exceed to hit. Founding Stone's accuracy is 7. Every attack roll of 7 or greater is a hit. If there were no hits, the attacker misses and their attack ends. Oh, survivors attacking from monster's blind spot are at an advantage and gain +1 to the results of their attack rolls. Well, it didn't matter anyway, so we're fine. In a blind spot, an attacker with a 6 becomes a 7, and that would be a hit. Draw 1 hit location card for each hit. Select what order to try and wound them in. Attempt to wound each hit location 1 at a time. Okay, so how does this work? Strength determines if a hit can penetrate the monster's toughness to wound it. Make a wound roll by rolling a d10, then add the strength of your weapon to the result. Oh, I thought it would just deal 1 damage. Oh, wait. Okay, so D10 plus strength should be equal or higher than the monster's toughness. Okay. Let's see if you damage him. That's 8. That's more than 5, so that hits. So what does that mean? Failure? No, we don't have failure. Striking back the white line's oddly human hand darts forward. Perform basic action, target the attacker. But basic action is just sniff, right? Oh, no, never mind. Move and attack target. Huh? But, okay, wait. I need to read more. When a hit location is wounded, remove the top card of the AI deck without looking at it. Activate it. Wait, place it in the wound stack space on the monster control panel. AI deck goes to wound deck. Okay. If the AI deck is empty, but there are AI cards in the discard pile, shuffle the discard pile to create a fresh AI deck and remove the top card. Remove the top card? Cards in the wound stack are not part of the AI deck and represent the number of wounds the monster has suffered. When the monster is wounded and no AI cards can be moved to the wound stack, the monster is dead. So... Wait, wait, let me check something. Where's the... Huh? Okay, this movement toughness is like what you need to beat to hit him. And you need to empty his like attack list. Okay, I see. When I hit location wounded, remove the top. Okay, without looking at it, place it in the wound stack. Cards in the wound stack are not part of it. When the monster is wounded but there's no cards left, it's dead. Resolve any reaction on the wounded hit location that apply. Wound, reflex, or failure. Check for critical wounds. Then discard the hit location card face up in the hit location discard pile on the monster control panel. But, so the R is like a reaction that's only when it fails? Or is it a reflex or... Resolve any reaction on the wounded hit location that apply. Critical wound, you hack off the monster's hand, spend 1 survival to trigger this moment and permanently gain 1 plus strength. Persistent injury, lost hand, affects some AI cards. Persistent injury is kept in play. Okay. If a hit location has a critical wound effect and the attacker's wound roll result is a lantern, 10, the lantern's face is showing, a critical wound occurs. Remove the top AI card from the AI deck and place them to wound stacks as normal. Well, we're doing that as well, by the way. Without looking at it. Wound stack. What are these other ones? Oh, those are moods and traits. Oh, okay. And cancel any reaction listed on that hit location. Wait, but... Huh. Some critical wounds affect award survivors. Extra spoils. Resources gained during a showdown should be placed face up next to the gear grid of the survivors who earned them. Oh, next to the gear grid. If that survivor perishes, another survivor may take these resources. If all survivors perish, these resources are lost. Example. Survivor critically wounds the strange hand location. They may spend 1 survival if they have any to gain 1 plus 1 permanent strength. Add 1 to the survivor record sheet in the space for a strength attribute and add this strength attribute to future wound rolls along with the weapon strength. In addition, Strange Hand has a persistent injury, Lost Hand, that affects some AI cards. When Strange Hand is critically wounded, the card stays in play on the showdown board. Some AI cards will have persistent injury actions, also called Lost Hand. This persistent injury replaces the attack on the AI card if the persistent injury occurred. Huh. That art, I still think it's funny that, like, the women are kind of drawn in an anime style, and like the beasts and like the lion and the men are just chiseled out of marble. If that makes sense. Fighting with Fist and Tooth, survivors may use their Fist and Tooth to attack. This weapon's attributes are listed on the left side. Fist and Tooth is deadly, +1 luck. In addition to its attack attributes, this means that Fist and Tooth wound roll results cause critical wounds on 9 and a 10. Okay, but this reaction part is like, I think wound only happens if the dude gets wounded. Reflex always happens, and failure happens if you miss, I would assume. Yeah, and like critically wounding cancels. But a critical wound always hits, so I guess it also stops the reaction if it had one. Wait, do I put that like face up on the wounded? Cards in the wound stack are not part of the AI deck. Yeah, that's a wound stack. Then discard the hit location card face up in the hit location pile. Okay. Monster reactor. Oh, this is where he started explaining it. Some White Lion hit locations have reactions to survivor attacks. Reactions are occurred after a wound attempt, and any successful wounds are removed. Make sure to apply the reactions for each hit location as it is attacked. Wound reactions are triggered after a successful attempt. Failure are triggered after a failed attempt. Reactions are triggered after a wound attempt regardless of outcome. If a location suffers a critical wound, all reactions on that location are cancelled. A hit location is completed after rolling to wound and performing any monster reactions or critical injury effects. Discard the card in the hit location discard on the monster control panel. When its trap is drawn, the White Lion lures the attacker and attacks it instead. If any draw hit locations are trapped, order them first. Cancel any subsequent hits. Discard all hit locations drawn and end your attack. The monster controller then performs the White Lion's trap. Trap cards doom at least the attacker. A survivor who is doomed cannot spend survival until the card is completed. After a trap is performed, reshuffle the monster hit location deck. Like, including the discarded stuff? Dodge survival action. In the first story, survival can be spent to perform a dodge action. The survival limit is 1, which is the maximum amount of survival a survivor may have at any time. Any additional survival is gained beyond the survival limit is lost. Once per round, spend 1 survival to cancel a hit. After hit locations are rolled, after hit locations are rolled, but before any severe injury rolls. Okay. The survivor can dodge a hit of their choice. The hit becomes a miss and does not cause damage. Brain damage and damage outside of attack profiles cannot be dodged. Survivors cannot dodge while they are attacking. And the survivor suffers knockback X. They are pushed X spaces in a straight line away from the monster. If the survivor passes over or ends up in a space with another survivor, they are both knocked down. Survivors may not share spaces. Move the knocked back survivor to an adjacent free space. If the survivor encounters a board edge, stop and end the knockback. Survivors may not voluntarily pass through spaces occupied by monsters or other survivors. However, monsters may pass through survivor-occupied spaces. If they do, that survivor suffers collision and is knocked down. If a monster ends its movement in a survivor-occupied space, the survivor is knocked down and suffers knockback 5. Finish the showdown. Alright, it's time to finish the battle with survivors on the white lion. Each round, continue to pass the monster controller tile to the next player. Draw a fresh AI card and see what happens. If a white lion has no AI cards left in its deck, but there are cards in the discard pile, shuffle the discard pile and create a fresh deck. If no AI cards remain in the AI deck or discard, the monster will desperately cling to life by performing basic action. Wait, if no AI cards remain... Oh, they will just do the basic action over and over again. Oh, and then like one last hit will kill them. Instead of drawing an AI card, the next wound it suffers will kill the monster. The white lion is killed when it is wounded and there are no AI cards left in the AI deck or discard pile to move to the wounds deck. If a monster has no AI cards in its deck or discard pile, survivors must still inflict one more wound to kill the monster. If they all die, try again. If they prevail, the remaining survivors are victorious. You gain hunt XP and you record their first successful showdown. Well, Glitchy, we've only been here for an hour and we've read the rules. I'm a slow reader. This was... Oh, actually, it's 30 pages. Hiccup. Also, I'm putting the monster controller on this one because this is me. Now, Glitchy has attacked and hit and caused 1 wound. And now Glitchy is gonna move. 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. You're behind that guy. And I'm gonna help you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm in... Okay, we're in his blind spot. I'm stabbing him with the founding stone. That's... Wait. Is the hit location 10 a crit? I forgot. Or is that only when you roll damage? Move and tag, damage the... No, I want the survivor attacks. Survivor turn, survivor act. If a hit location has a critical wound effect and the attacker's wound roll result. Okay, but... Accuracy, blind spot... Okay, so... When you roll to hit, it doesn't matter. But I'm in the blind spot and the stone has like... Accuracy 7 or higher to hit. And I'm in the blind spot, so this is 4. So that doesn't work. Let me double check if I say that correctly. Yeah, from the blind spot, you have an advantage, so it should be a 6 at least. It's not a 6, but this one is a 10. So that hits. Which means we draw a, if I remember correctly, a hit location card. Fleshy Gut. Wait, do we draw the hit location card first? Make an attack roll. Yeah, draw a hit location. Founding Stone strength is 1, so 5 or greater will wound. Okay. Yeah, because the lion's toughness is like 6. That's not a wound. Failure. The white lion swats back, perform basic action targeting the attacker. Also, this goes back on the discard pile, if I remember correctly. And the lion performs a basic action. And that's just... Oh, that's 2 or higher to hit to deal 1 damage to me. Messed up. That's a 9 and a crit. Well, okay. I think that... that's 2 hit die. And that's 2 hands. So... I think I spend 1 survival to dodge one of those. So I have 0 survival now, but I'm still standing. Otherwise, I take heavy damage. Wait, did I... I think I should have, like, checked these on Glitchy sheet and not mine, because I'm already messing things up. Because I was in this corner. Okay, so I did my attack. Yeah, I moved. I attacked. I hit 1 but didn't wound, and then it turned around and hit me. Is there anything else to that basic attack? No, there's no triggers. Phew. Still alive. Okay. Now, Bunyan, are you just gonna throw the Founding Stone? I think you kind of need to stab him with it, because hit on 8 or higher is kind of rough to hit. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think it's better to throw this thing. Spend an action to sling the stone from anywhere on the board. Archive this card for 1 automatic hit. Wait, it's a guaranteed hit? That's pretty strong, I think. Right? Okay, so it's a guaranteed hit and then a guaranteed crit. So Bunyan, what do you hit? You hit the beast's tricep. It's a critical wound, so there's no reaction on the card. Do I need to... No, I don't need to roll because it's guaranteed like a crit now. The torn muscle causes agonizing pain. Discard 1 mood currently in play. There's none in play. The white line is knocked down. While the monster is knocked down, all reactions are cancelled and all hit rolls succeed on 3+. Oh. Okay. So, wait, can I pick 1 card? Draw face down. Oh, there's no, like, thing for that. YouTube, did you stop the playing? Oh no, it's just a bad loop. You know, let me just put on some real zingers. Where is it? I know there's a playlist of this. And it's an awesome playlist. Jeez. She. AI. No, these are AI cards. It's different. It's different. No, I just saw like League of Legends 2013 champion spotlights like get recommended to me, and I like, you know that gif of Doctor Strange like touching the butterfly and like and being sucked through the portal? That happened to me when I saw like that. You know, I know there's a playlist of this, but I can't find it right now. But oh wait, it's just called, okay. I found the name. It's just called League of Legends OST Volume 1. And I know it's cool and trendy to hate on League of Legends, but this is great background music. Yippee! Okay, now, where were we? We just crit the dude? Wait. This isn't Fleshy Gut. Wait. Oh no, this is the one that I failed to hit, and this is the one that I was dealing with. Tricep is knocked down. Knockdown. And now all hit rolls succeed on a 3+. Maybe I should have crit them like the line first before like doing the regular attacks. Three, 4, 5, and I guess you just wait a bit. Ziona would be pro. Is Ziona a League player? Or like a League hater? All reactions are cancelled. Yeah, that's shame that I can't really make use of that. Okay. And this person doesn't really have anything to do with their action, unless they also want to throw their rock, but I want to save that rock for next round. What are the rules around like getting knocked down and standing back up? Does it just cost your movement, or? Okay, wait, it's a critical wound. So yeah, it's an automatic hit and automatic critical wound. Okay. Trap. Just going. Collect rewards. That's for later. Where's the rules for like getting up after knockdown? Like I know the survivors spend their movements, but I cannot divide their movement in two. Count the number of hits, hit locations. Attempt to wound a location. Wound the monster. Solve any reactions to hit location. Critical wounds. Yeah, the wound result is 10. Some critical wound effects. Oh, it's 5 extra resources. This can be changed to run. Nope. It doesn't say anything. So I assume that when it's the lion's turn, he just gets back up. And he would attack the closest threat in range. Which is... Wait. Let me check. In field of view... Also, I just put him down and back up and he faced that way. But he wasn't facing that way. You're facing that way. Wait, I just missed him, but Glitchy actually did deal damage. So I assume that he would, like, target Glitchy. Sorry, Glitchy. So... No, wait, actually, I draw an AI card. I don't, it's not a basic attack. Size up, random threat in field of view. Huh. Monster stares down its prey. Turn to face the target and roll a d10 on a result of 4 or higher. The target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. Let's see if Glitchy will... Also, music is loud now. A bit too. By the way, all these songs are great background songs because it was just the, like, music on the login screen of League of Legends when that champion was released. It's pretty cool. That's a 1. Okay, that's cool. Glitchy suffers no brain damage and is not knocked down. Yeah. Then it's the survivor's turn. And I think Ilya goes first. And throws this founding stone. Well, is that necessary? No, it's not really necessary. Because you can just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beat him. I don't have a brain, that's why. Oh, empty head. I see. Ilya. Get him. That's 2 6s. And Ilya can't reach the blind spot. So those are 2 misses. Oh, that's close. It could have been. Then I guess it's Bunyan's turn. 2, 3. From the blind spot. Why do you turn black? Actually, not a mean way, but... Oh, you don't have a rock, so you're gonna attack with fist and tooth. But it's a speed of 2, it should be fine. Oh! Well, that's 6, but that doesn't hit. But that's an 8, which becomes a 9 and is a hit. So first we draw a hit location. beast's back. Okay, we better not fail on this one. And now roll to wound, but Fist and Tooth has +1 luck. So we have a higher chance of critting. That's not crit enough, but it is more than the monster's toughness. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. Okay, if that missed, it would have, like, sucked. But it's not a critical wound, and it's not a failure either. So this is just an actual hit. And deals, like, 1 damage, right? Yeah, like, every hit from a player deals 1 damage. Draw, face down. And that's on the wound stack. Now, glitchy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't reach his blind spot, so please make me proud. 1d, 2d10. We attack with the Founding Stone. That's 2 hits. Pretty good. Hit location card. And let's roll this one first. That's also a crit. Holy glitchy, you're on a roll. Critical wound cancels the react. Wait, snarling, the monster swats at its attacker. The attacker suffers brain damage. You avoided brain damage again. You don't have a brain. It's so real. Like, you should have suffered 1 brain damage and gotten attacked. But instead you crit again and avoided brain damage. Lion's vision is impaired and gains a -1 accuracy token. Okay, that's... Draw face down. What is the -1 accuracy? Is it like this one but upside down? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, and we have another hit to resolve, actually. Wait. This one goes there. Onto the stack. Next hit location. Oh, that's not a hit location. That's a... Wait, should I have drawn all of those first? I think I should have. Oh well. Trap! Reshuffle the hit location deck. The attacker is caught in the White Lion's ruse and is savagely mauled. The attacker is doomed. Perform basic... Resolve and okay. You may not spend survival until this card is resolved. So you are not allowed to dodge that attack. Trap reminder rules. A trap cancels all attackers' hits and ends their attack. Yeah, like that previous hit should have been cancelled. But we're just gonna continue for now. Like you had a crit. We're not gonna take that back. That's on the DM. When a trap is drawn, a knocked down monster will stand. After traps performed, reshuffle all hit location cards, including the trap card. Okay, basic action, and that's move and attack. And we'll just not count the -1 accuracy for this one because it shouldn't have had that, but... a 4, that means it hits... Let's see where it hits glitchy. Hand. Oh, arms. Well, you haven't been hit there before. You're fine. Now, this goes back on the hit location deck. These go back in there and then... we shuffle. And then it's my turn. Also, why do those, like, turn dark? Because they're... Is it because, like, you haven't spent all movement or something? I don't know. Maybe that one's just wonky. And now it's my turn. Yeah, I think I just hit it with the rock. That's a crit and that's a 9. That's 2 hits. That's 1 card. That's 2 cards. Fuzzy groin and beast tail. Okay. You hit the monster right in the ding dong. Okay. Attempt to wound. And this one has +1 to wound, so 5 or higher hits. And that's a 2. Which one do we miss? Wait, can I choose which one I miss? Or just choose in which order I roll? I probably should have announced, like, before I rolled, but... Yeah, fuzzy groin first. There's no reaction to fail, though. The attacker permanently gains the priority target. Okay, maybe I'm glad that that wasn't a critical wound. Well, this hit location just missed. So we discard that. And the other one... That's a 9, so that wounds. Beast's tail reflects. Full move the monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. All enemies, all survivors passed over suffer grab. Place a target knocked down in front of the monster. Target suffers 1 damage per monster level. One damage? But, oh, 2... oh, so we need to, like, roll hit locations. But that's only me. Full move is 5, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, those guys turned, like, dark because they were in the blind spots. Okay. I'm there, and I'm... knocked down. But... that's 1 AI card gone as well, because he did get damaged. It was just a reflex. I'm knocked down and I take 1 damage. Okay, what hit location? Leg. I take 1 leg damage. That's fine. We're fine. Even though I'm down. Is there anything else to this? Nope. Yeah. That was all survivors, so now it's the lion's turn again. What does he do? Grasp. Closest knocked down survivor in range. Well, that's I wonder. It's me. 1 speed, 2 accuracy, 1 damage, trigger after damage. The white lion isolates its prey. Full move the white lion away from all threats. Target suffers grab. Place the target knocked down in front of the monster. Wait. Oh, that's after damage. So he needs to hit first. So he first needs to roll a 2 or higher. It's a 9. Okay, that hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Which way does he turn? Knock down in front of the monster. Okay, so... I'm over there. I don't know why. The floor. I don't know why I did that. I'm down. I got hit. Wait, did I already hit? Yeah, I rolled the hit die. No, wait. I need to roll the hit dice again. Oh, wait, that's after damage. In the chest. Grab. 1 damage per monster level. Okay. Ouch. But surely we're doing fine, right? But the lion now like moved so far that no one can keep up with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, you... That's... Who was this one again? Can I... Yeah, I think she's... That's... Ilya. Ilya wears clothes. Remember, chat, Ilya wears clothes. Bunyan doesn't. And Glitchy is the hunk, and for some reason I'm the thing. Ilya. Good luck throwing the stone. Wait, the stone throw is actually an automatic hit and an automatic critical wound as well. So, throw. It's an automatic hit. So we pull a hit location. And then we wound, and it's an automatic crit. White Lion's vision is impaired and gains a -1 accuracy token. Okay, but we'll just leave that one there because this one, it's actually a real one. The previous one wasn't. Draw. Face down. Monster is wounded. Good job, Ilya. Next. 3, 4, 5. Glitchy. There's... no, I think Glitchy should keep the rock and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, don't survivors get up at the end of their turn? So I should get up now as well. And I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in his blind spot. Oh, the characters turn dark if they're in the blind spot. Why is you a cute lamb? I'm a ram, actually. That's a grown-up lamb. I'm a big guy. Okay, I have the founding stone, and I stab the lion with it. That's an 8, right? Yeah, 8. Okay, that's a hit. So we draw a hit location card. It's a trap. Clever ploy. The attacker is caught in the White Lion's ruse and is savagely mauled. The attacker is doomed. Perform basic action at targeting the attacker. You may not spend survival until this card resolved. So, this again. Okay, so Lion turns around. Yeah, and he just attacks me with a basic attack. Whatever you say, streamer. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, he needs a 2 or higher to hit, and those are 2 hits. And now I need to roll like 2 hit locations where I get hit. In the leg and in the waist. Well, waist, I have 1 armor. That's 0 now. And legs is a heavy injury. And I get knocked down. Oh! Again. This is like the 3rd time in 2 turns that I get knocked down or something. Cancel the hits. And transform. Reshuffle all hit location cards, including the trap card. Grab this whole deck, flip it around, put it back there, press G to shuffle, and Well, that was the survivor's turn. We only have 2 rocks left, and now it's the beast's turn. Grasp. Target the closest knocked down survivor in range. Okay, after damage, full move, speed 1, accuracy. Okay, he attacks me and like... On a knocked down survivor, you are more likely to hit, but he already hits on like a 2 or higher. So yeah, that hits. And where does he hit me? Arm. Well, that's 2 heavy injuries already. This isn't going well. And then after damage... Full move the white line away from all threats. Target suffers 1 damage per monster level. Again. Okay, but the furthest he can get away is on... Like... 4 here. Down. And then I take 1 more damage. And where do I take it? Body. Well, knocked down again, but we're fine, I think. That's a lot of heavy injuries. I haven't had to roll on the severe injury table yet. But it would suck if I had. Well, that's the monster's turn. Wait, when do knockdown survivors get up again? Injury level is filled, so knocked down, no longer a threat. Lay the miniature on its side. If a survivor is knocked down while performing an attack, it's resolved. Knocked down again. They cannot spend action or movement or be knocked down again. They can spend survival to dodge, but stay knocked down. Knockdown survivors get up at the end of the monster's turn. Okay, so you don't... So the monster gets up at the start of its turn, and the players when the monster turn ends, and when they are knocked down, they can't do anything. That's basically a stun. Okay. I'll just start and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack it from its blind spot with my cool founding stone that I still have. It's a 1 and a 2. 2 misses. Okay. Good start. Ilya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ilya has no more stone. Bunyan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also no more stone. Glitchy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like the white lion using grasp twice and just running to the corner of the board kind of with me knocked down kind of sucked. Now, I'm not sure how many AI cards are left, but I think Glitchy is gonna throw his rock. I actually know that he's gonna do that because I'm gonna make him do it. Do it, Glitchy. Hoocha! Wait, actually, I don't need to roll for it because it's an automatic, like 1 automatic hit and an automatic critical hit. But it's only 1 attack instead of 2. But I don't have the range otherwise, so... Bada boom. Please don't be a trap card. Hit location. Bam. Strange hand, but it's a critical wound. Cancel reaction. Hack off the monster's hand. Spend 1 survival to treasure this moment and gain permanent 1 strength. Persistent injury. Lost hand. Sick. Affect some AI cards. So that one isn't getting shuffled back into the deck, so traps are more likely now, but... Glitchy, you're spending your survival to... No, wait, not movement. Movement is still 5. Survival is 0. But you gain 1 strength. Congratulations. And that's another AI card gone. That was the last? Well, we've almost beaten our first encounter. If I had thrown the rock instead of missed the attack, we would have won already. Damn it. That's on me. Now it's the monster's turn. Monster turns around, has no AI cards left, so it performs a basic action of attacking the closest... Wait, is it? Closest survivor in view. And that's me again. I deserve it for, like, holding on to the stone. That's 2 hits. And that's 2 body hit locations. Which means 2 rolls on the severe injury table. The case has no armor remaining and all its injury levels are filled. They are in danger. Any further damage to this hit location will cause severe injury. Wait, do I still have survival left? I don't. Roll for that hit location on the severe injury table. Event in this book. Go to severe injuries. The body. Well, let's not read. Let's roll first. What happens to me? 5. Destroyed back. A sharp cracking noise. That's just me in real life, except it's like my sternum being broken. A sharp cracking noise. Suffer -2 permanent movement. You can no longer activate any gear that has +2 strength. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleeding token. Okay, so it's a checkbox, right? I assume. Destroyed. Oh, it's scary. 1 destroyed back. Equipment. -2 permanent movement as well. Movement back to 3. And is permanent. Can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleeding token. Frenzy, strength, priority target. Huh? Frenzy, luck, white, green, red, blue, evasion, endeavor, damage, toughness, accuracy, priority, strength, speed. Is this the bleeding token? Oh, it's a blood drop. Okay. I think that's a bleeding token. Is there a number to track it as well? No. Oh boy, okay. Second roll. That's a 9. Collapsed lung. You can't catch your breath. Gain -1 movement token. Wait. Destroyed back is -2 permanent move. Oh wait, the lower the number, the worse it is, basically. Oh no, actually destroyed back is the worst. It looks like. -1 movement token and gain 1 bleeding token. Oh, get back there. One bleeding token. And movement. But one is a token and the other one is permanent. So do the tokens like disappear at the end of the combat? I think so. Well, now was the monster's turn. Like if this was D&D, I would like make Rambot take his turn like right away, because he'd be angry and be like, oh, I'm dying, my back just got broken and one of my lungs collapsed with that claw attack. I'm attacking immediately, I'm giving it everything I'm dying, but like I got a min-max. So Fist and Tooth boys go, I'd say. Okay, this one does have a bra, so this is Ilya. No, wait. Not Ilya. Actually, Glitchy. Can you reach behind him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Almost, though. If only you could move diagonally. Well, Fist and Tooth attack time. That's an 8. That's a hit. Holy. Well, you don't have +1 strength to wound, but we draw a hit location card. It's a clever ploy. You're mauled, you get attacked, you're doomed, you may not use survival. Okay. The Beast attacks Glitchy. That's a 2 and a 5, so that's 2 hits. One. Hit location die. Pray for Glitchy. That is empty head. Oh. Wait. That's 1 leg. So that's a knockdown and 1 head. And head only has heavy injuries. Oof. But it's just 2 heavy injuries. You're down, but you're fine. Surely. You know, Rembot still has like a sharp rock. He's got to make the most of it. Rembot attacks. Wait, the line has turned towards Glitchy to attack him, so now I can attack from the blind spot. Actually, there was an 8 and a crit. I should have let that count. But that's an 8. It's fine. That's 1 hit. Beast's tail. Now, we roll to wound. That's not enough. So we fail. Reflex, full move the monster forward in a straight line. Cancel all hits out of range. Place any survivors passed over suffer grab. Oh, why does this keep happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I clicked outside of the game. Man, this song reminds me of like peak League of Legends, because this was when Braum came out. And it was like a shift in the design process from Riot Games, because every support champion was a feminine female or an either sexy or cute or small or whatever. And there was one support that was a living skeleton. And the players were like, why is there no male support champions? There's enough guys playing the support role, you know? So they made Braum. This is his theme song, by the way. the lore was like in deep in the mountains. There was this huge door. An unbreakable door forged millennia ago by the huge mountain dwarfs that used to live there. And no one knew how the door opened. But the door opened and a child went in the mountain. And then the door closed behind them. And the child was locked behind the door, stuck inside the cave in there. And everyone was panicking because the child was stuck behind this unbreakable, indestructible, like dwarven door. And the legend of Braum goes that Braum punched out all the granite around the door and destroyed most of the mountain and freed the child, and he now uses that door as a shield to support his friends and shield them from anything. And since the door is indestructible, as long as he wields it, he is too. And it's basically just this huge, muscular, bald guy with a huge mustache being wholesome. It's lovely. Amazing character design. I want more of it. Now, enough yapping, because Glitchy just got grabbed and dragged because I tried to attack the lion's tail. 1 damage. Oh wait, I don't even need to roll. You just suffer 1 damage, so that's 1 hit location roll. And that's the chest. You can handle that. You're already knocked down. It's fine. Bunyan. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bunyan can attack from the blind spot. That's +1 to hit. Unarmed combat. Go! Wait, did I forget to put this AI card back? I think I did. I think the line isn't as dead as I thought it was. That's 2 misses. So I attacked, Glitchy's knocked down. Bunyan missed. 5. Oh, Ilya, please get 2 hits in. That's a 4. And 8. It's 1 hit at least. Is that a mood card? No. Oh, impervious. Impervious hit locations cannot be wounded. A wound or critical will not remove AI or defeat the monster. Critical wound. Gain the shimmering mane white lion resource. If the attacker is insane, the sheer frustration grants them power. Well, we roll to wound, but it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, that wounds, but it doesn't matter anyway. Damn it. That's so unfair. Now it's the lion's turn, and he only has like 1 AI card left. Closest knockdown survivor in range. It attacks it once, and then... yeah, full move away from threats. But that's after damage, so it needs to hit. But it already hit, and it needs like a 3 or higher to hit. I'm sorry, Glitchy, it's gonna hit you again. You are the closest survivor in range that's like knocked down. But that's your arms. Those are fine, but now. 1, 4, 5. Monster moves this way, and you're knocked down in front of it. Now, that's the end of the monster's... wait, don't you take another damage for that? Yeah, 1 damage per monster level. Damn it! Body, well. Ah, we still have the severe injury table open. Wait, let me use the red dice for this. 9. Collapsed lung. You can't catch a breath. Gain -1 movement token. Gain 1 bleeding token. Oh yeah, wait. I need to like actually keep track of the like movement tokens because people are. I'm still moving everyone like 5 spots at a time. And you had like 1 strength. I forgot about that as well. Well, then the lion's turn is over and it's our turn now. I only have 2 movements, so I just do this and then this. And then I need to make myself useful, so I throw the rock. Actually, this one goes back here. I throw the rock. What do I hit? Beast's elbow. Well, and it's a guaranteed critical wound, so... The monster howls in pain as the blow breaks its elbow with a sickening crunch. Non-deaf survivors gain 3 insanity and may stand if they are knocked down. Ooh. Well, no one is deaf yet, so... It's 3... It's 3 for me. That's 3 for Ilya. And that's 3 insanity for Bunyan. Let's see. Everyone gains 3 insanity. Well, and that moves this AI card over here because he's wounded now. That's my turn done. I wish I could mark it as like done. Well, I could, but I would need to place a token on it. Well, that's my turn. Glitchy. Make us proud. That's a crit. You actually hit with fist and tooth. Okay, draw a hit location. Beast's tricep. Torn muzzle. Okay. You need a like 6 or... Wait, you have +1 strength. You need a 5 or higher to hit, actually. And that's a 3. It's so over. Music stopped. Okay, you know what? We're going back to this one. Experiencing interruptions? You should take a turn off your head blocker. Nope. Anyway. Well, Glitchy was... You did well, but you missed. Form basic action of targeting the attacker. Two or higher hits, so that's 2 hits. That's 2 to the waist, but you still have armor there. You're fine. You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Bunyan. Bunyan, please. It's your turn. Please do not miss. That's 2 ones. You missed. Alright. That's your action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ilya. Oh yeah, you're in his blind spot. Wait, did the blind spot need, like... Wait, go to contents. Be sure to consider attribute changes when monster and survivors attack. Oh yeah, wait, the monster had like -1 accuracy. I forgot about that. Oh, I keep forgetting to check those things. Yeah, the monster would have been like 1 tile closer. I'm not sure if that would have mattered, but... If any damage remains, turns to severe injury. Wait, I forgot. What was I looking for? Ilya is attacking... Oh yeah, the blind spot rules. Attempt to wound the location. Actions. Movement. Strength. Okay, the strength adds to the wounding and blind spot adds to the hitting. Okay. Adds to accuracy. Okay, Ilya. You need a 1/6 or higher. That's a 4 and a 2. That's bad. Well, basic action for the lion, closest threat in range. This one out of range. Yeah, I think you would just attack the person in front of him. That's like the most logical. He's gonna do 2 attack rolls on Glitchy. I don't like that. Where are my dice? Also, did I give Glitchy a bleeding token? Didn't he have a, like, collapsed lung just like me? Yeah, -1 movement. Wait, doesn't that give us... Wait. Yeah, it is a... Also, I completely forgot to give Glitchy -1 movement as well. Go. And then Glitchy gets attacked twice. By the monster with -1 accuracy, actually. So it needs to be 3 or higher, but it hits twice. And that's 2 head hits.
Double cheeked up
On a Thursday afternoon. Thanks for the sub, Glitchy. That'll be going towards my Kingdom Death expansions, maybe? Severe injuries. 2 rolls on it. 1. That's a 2. Head explosion. Your head erupts in a shower of gore, killing you instantly. This entire time you've been avoiding any and all brain damage, and you get hit in the head like actually once and your head just explodes. All other survivors are so disturbed that they lose 1 survival. they should have used the survival like much sooner, I feel like. No, wait, they weren't targeted. I should have like actually had people like run away when they had like nothing to do. Sorry, man. Send to inventory. Is this my inventory? No. Yeah. Do I just send this to inventory as well? Or I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that part. Put these in there. What do I do with this thing actually? Do I also put that in there? Are there only supposed to be 4? Are they? They are sent to the shelf, but I don't know which shelf they will end up on. Rip. Well, that was the monster's action. It hit Glitchy's head and it exploded instantly. And meanwhile, my character's over here with plot armor having like 2 bleeding tokens and stuff. Well, monster's turn is over. The -1 accuracy didn't matter. Did the critical wound actually matter? No, the lost hand didn't. Man, you even had like plus. You were the only one that gained like permanent strength from an encounter so far. It was kind of cool. Until your head exploded. Alright, Ilya. Are you Ilya? No, that's... Bunyan. Bunyan's in the blind spot. Did I say it's Ilya earlier? I forgot which is which. Why can't why show path? No, I don't want to anchor you. I want to name the figure, damn it. So I won't like forget who's who. You know what? This is Ilya now. Who cares? Ilya. Fist and tooth from the blind spot. Please work. That's... Well, that's a 9 and that's a 7. So one of them hits at least. Hit location, please be... Oh, it's in a chest. Okay, failure would suck right now. We need an 8 or higher to hit. And a 9 or a 10 is a crit. That's a 9! That's a crit! Critical wound. Cancel all reactions on this card. You strike the White Lion stout hard. Gain 1 random White Lion resource. Roll 1d10. If the result is 10, the White Lion dies instantly. Okay, it doesn't die instantly. You don't rip... Ilya doesn't rip the heart out, but... 1 random White Lion resource? What are... Is it under strange resources? No. Wrong button. Ah, White Lion resources. Yoink. Wait, no, actually. I don't know what that card is, so it is not cheating. But I forgot to shuffle. There we go. Put those back. Ilya, you gained a resource. Congratulations. And with that, there's no more wound cards left to wound. And this dude dies. And he goes like... We have 3 survivors left. And by coincidence, it's just Rembot and 2 women. Yeah. Go to contents. And then, wait, it's easier to just go to survival guide and then back a few. Whew. If the white lion is killed, the remaining survivors are victorious in the aftermath. Players should fill the first unfilled box in the Hunt XP section of their survivor record sheet to reflect their first successful showdown. I wouldn't say it's successful. We lost like a third of our party. By scavenging the monster's corpse, the survivors can earn resources. This is in addition to any resources earned from critical wounds during the showdown. Take out the white lion's resource card, shuffle them and draw 4. Take out basic resource, shuffle them and draw 4. Okay. Shuffle them. 1. 2. 3. 4. Not sure if that's well shuffled though. Basic resources. Shuffle. 1. 2. 3. 4. Wait. You go back there. Now we need to like clean up the board. Yeah, all of those. Place all the resources face up on the table. If players lost their survivors in the first story, they can create new survivors in the settlement. The perished survivors' gear and resources are not lost. They are returned to the settlement with the remaining survivors. Okay, so we get like 1 cloth armor. Yippee! Turn the page to create your settlement. Whoa. So Bag plays this like every Monday? Acting like playing the board game is difficult. Nah, after they defeat the white lion, the survivors wander the darkness, drawn to a soft glow blooming on the horizon. In the first story's settlement phase, the players create the settlement they will return to in every subsequent settlement phase. The steps of the settlement phase are outlined in the settlement board as a useful reminder. Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Yeah, there it is. One setup. Place the settlement board in the play area along with the gear grids and survivor record sheets of the survivors that preserved through the first story. These are now the returning survivors. Okay, what's the settlement board? Whoa. Lamp scared me. Is this it? Oh no, this is... I mean... Isn't this a bigger version of, like... Unlock? I don't know what it do. Google, where's the settlement board? You can tell that I didn't get this far off stream yet. Or is this big thing the settlement board? Yeah, it seemed... Seems like it. Oh, are outlined on the settle. Oh, this is the settlement board. I thought this little thing was like the settlement board reminder. Okay. In the play area, along with the gear grids and survivor record sheets of the survivors that preserved through the story, they are now the returning survivors. Use a new double-sided settlement record sheet to record information about your settlement. Start by naming your settlement. Is this a settlement? What do we name the settlement? The Ram Ranch? The Ram... When the settlement is named for the first time, returning survivors gain +1 survival. Cool. Notice below the settlement name that returning survivors gain +1 survival when the settlement is named, awarded to any returning survivors. Survivors cannot have more survival than survival limit on their settlement record sheet. Okay. That's 1. That's 1. That's 1. No, yeah, returning survivors heal any existing light and heavy injuries by erasing any filled boxes on their record sheets. Permanent injuries are not healed. Yeah, destroyed back was a permanent injury, but was... wait, go to severe injuries. Collapsed lung. It's injuries permanent. Yeah, it's head explosion also is pretty permanent, I think. Go to contents. Okay, we're here. Now, let's heal these fellas back up. Well, my back is still destroyed, though. Movement is permanently lowered. Well, I think the bleeding tokens do reset, though, right? And the, yeah, debuff tokens, I assume, wear off. Can put these AI cards back. I can put these back. Also, I don't know how to put these down, like, gently. That'll do. Also... Wait, who's this twink? That's me. Dude survived one showdown and already got his back broken. What a boomer. Okay, but I have a bunch of cool resources now. Starting gear can also like go back in the box. And I'll just put these sheets like a bit out of view. I should like combine these resources actually. I'm not sure if I should combine basic resources as well, but oh well. 5 return, stuff is healed. Wait, did I heal all the blocks? Yep. Oh yeah, Glitchy isn't gonna get healed. Oof. Add names of returning survivors to the population list on the settlement record sheet. Innovation. Well, that counts 1. How goes KDM? It took me like, first it took me an hour to read like 30 pages of instructions. And then like an hour and a half to like beat the white lion. Glitchy avoided brain damage like 3 times in a row and then his head exploded in a single hit. So yeah. We now have 3 people. Well, Glitchy's dead, crossed out. Rambot's still alive. With a broken back. Ilya is still alive. And Bunyan is still alive. Population is 3. Gear and resources may be stored without limit. Gear storage may be stored without limit. Principle. I'm still learning how the settlement phase goes, by the way. It reminds me of like at this one LAN party with friends. We, I think we wanted to play a board game, and one guy was like, "Oh yeah, it's 1 p.m. Hey, I know this game. Hey, I've gotten a lot of respect for like how you like do a lot of this stuff by muscle memory. I like kept forgetting to add negative accuracy to the lion's attacks, and then I resolved the first hit, like attack hit from someone, and the second one was a trap card, and then I was like, wait, that should have cancelled the first attack. Then yeah, Glitchy already died. His head exploded. I'm still alive, Ilya's alive, and Bunyan is alive. And I was like, oh, I'll do a funny self-insert. Oh, wait, yeah. So I get, like, insanity when I target myself, but I completely forgot to add that. Oh, well. And I'm in the first settlement phase now. Add names of returning survivors to the population list on the settlement record sheet. Yeah, I did that. Gain endeavors. Endeavors are the creative energy accumulated from experience. Each returning survivor generates 1 endeavor. Use endeavor tokens to track your endeavors. Any unspent endeavors are lost at the end of each settlement phase. Let's see. Can I grab multiple? I don't know if I can. There, you get 1. And you get 1. And you get 1. Oh yeah, and I had to like commit a bunch of like buttons to memory because I at first kept clicking the deck to like draw a card, and then I realized you can just press E. And it works. Update the timeline. The extinguishing of a single lantern in the lantern horde happens regularly. This is how the survivors track time, and it's called a lantern year. Update the lantern year on the settlement record sheet now by checking off the first lantern year on the timeline. Holding shift while grabbing some stuff lets you grab multiples. Okay, that's good to know. Because this game doesn't tell you anything. No, not more of this shit. Ah! I love pen and like pencil and paper. Yippee. Wait. Yippee. Oh yeah, we named the settlement the ranch, and one person already died. But it reminds me of like at this one LAN party, like people were playing video games. And me and friends were like, oh, you know, like one friend was like, oh, I got this board game, by the way. Last time I played it, it took like, I don't know, 2 hours when me and my girlfriend were playing it. So with the we can play with a bunch of us. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. And we played that from like 1 p.m. till 5 p.m. Because we played it with like 6 people instead of 2, and we didn't expect it to take that much longer. But if you have to explain all the rules to a new player, times 6, it takes a while. Okay, timeline updated. The first day. Find the first day settlement event card and place it in the play area. The first day determines the population of your settlement, and it is always played when a new settlement is created. Follow the rules and record the results on your settlement record sheet. During the subsequent settlement phases, you will draw random settlement events from the deck. Okay, now I need to like find the settlement cards. Not near. Strange resources, universal white lion, watcher. The Hand Terrain, Screaming Antelope, Phoenix, Kingsman, Gold Smoke like Innovations, Fighting Arts, Disorder, Butchers, Armor Sets, Basic Hunt Events. Yeah, like... where where are the settlement cards? Oh wait, are they those... what? The big cards? These? Ah, the Feather Summon events. Okay. First day. Okay, what did it say again? First day. Display. Follow the rules and okay, yeah, sure. Follow the rules. First day, summon events will help you set up your campaign. It is the first event of any new campaign. The survivors wander, drawn to a blooming light in the distance. They find the serene comfort of a towering pile of lantern and a small collection of scared people. On a deep, instinctual level, they know this area is safe and make it their home. Also, the art's kind of cool, but I've been mentioning that like all the men drawn in the art of this game look like they're from Darkest Dungeon and chiseled out of marble. And the women are also like they're from Darkest Dungeon, but they're like the anime women in Darkest Dungeon mod, you know? F3 lets you search. If F3 doesn't do anything, then you have to fiddle with the funny magnifying glass first. Is that the magnifying glass that's like near the front door that I haven't opened yet? It might be. Roll a d10 to determine your starting population and record the result on the back of the settlement record sheet. Choose and record genders for unnamed survivors. You may name an unnamed survivor and create the survivor record sheet at any time during the settlement phase. Oh. Let's use the red dice for this. 2. Okay, 6 unnamed survivors plus the returning ones. Wait, can only like 4 characters enter combat at once? Because that would make it so that I don't have to name them all like right away, but it also would mean that I have to like fill in a whole bunch of character sheets. Six. Alright. So population goes to 9. 4 is the limit, except for really funny situations. Alright. We'll put bag in. I'm bad with names, so I'm putting all of you guys in. You're making me want to get back into KDM. Good. It's KDM is, I'm not gonna lie, it's like Golgus isn't my name, but it's funny to mispronounce people's names, don't you know? Oh wait, you know what? You know, I feel like it's unfair if Spurbus is spelled correctly. So, okay, we need 3 more names. Just using, I could use like the username of some of my IRL friends, and then if they ever tune into the stream, they're gonna be like, wait, what the heck? Let's see, we have 2 more names to fill. I'm putting landlord's name here. Let's see. Okay, so Bag, Spurbusty, Golgus, one of my IRL friends' username, my landlord's first name. You know what? I'm putting, wait, Iran here, so we have a more balanced, like 50-50. Because I've seen what happens if like a battle or 2 goes wrong and you have a settlement with only like one woman. Window parking. Oh yeah, was the Spider-Man movie good? Of course it was. It's an old movie. Let's see. I named them and create a survivor record sheet at any time during the settlement phase. Okay. Well, I assume that it's a good thing to like stack hunt XP on a few people, so Harry Osborn saying so good. Is Harry Osborn like the brother of Ozzy? Also, wait, where did I put the line over there, but I forgot where I put like this is just like D&D in real life. It's like, okay, guys, nobody move. Okay, don't put your feet on the floor. I can't find my character figure. Don't get up. You might stand on it. Dude, can you look on? It rolled under your chair, I think. Oh yeah, wait, I know where I put it. What? Zach? Why is he called Zach? That's not his name. By the way, when I first like booted up Kingdom Death Sim, I was like looking for like, hey, where is the White Lion figure? And I like get up from the table. I'm like, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of like characters and monsters here, but I don't see the white line. And then it took me like 10 minutes to find out that it's like already put on the table for you. Well, I think this guy is gonna get the waist cloth, whatever everyone else also had. I don't think there's like a reason to not just go top to bottom on like the survivor name list, right? So it's just gonna be bag. Mill, he gets 1 survival. Also, is there a way to name the figures? I've had like a moment or two where I was like, okay, wait, which one of these guys is glitchy and who's the other one? Return to the settlement section of the first story and proceed to returning survivors. The first day settlement event card will not be used again during this campaign. Do not include it in your settlement event deck. Okay, sure. We'll put it on the floor over there. I'm gonna forget that I put it there and lose it. Alright. First day. Yeah, we did that. We added a bunch of survivors and named them. Trigger story events. Returning survivors. After the timeline is updated. We did the endeavors. We did update timeline. Wait, did I update the timeline? I did, right? Yeah, I checked that off. No innovation, no principle, no settlement locations, no quarries. We're good. After the timeline is updated, trigger any story events listed for that year. In this case, returning survivors, which means trigger this story event now. Returning survivors gives the survivors the language innovation, builds your settlement innovation deck, and adds the Lantern Horde settlement location. Turn to it and follow its rules, and then return here to complete the settlement phase. Wait. Any story events? Wait, this is settlement events, and now we need to trigger the story events? Which is returning survivors. Is that in the book as well? Or maybe I'm being stupid. If you hold a figure over a gear grid, it'll link it, and the same for the survivor sheet. So it'll highlight the miniature when you hover over the gear grid. Okay, I should do that like right now before I forget. Ah. Okay, they are not named Lucy, but it's fine. Why don't they have a tutorial for this stuff? Okay, F3 isn't the thingy. Story event. Frick, I already forgot like what the name was. Returning survivors. Returning survivors. Nominate a survivor to utter the first words. Sure, I'll do it. It's early access, baby! Yahoo! Yeah, but I, like... It being early access doesn't mean that your priorities have to be, like, way out of whack. Okay, I'm nominating Ren to be to utter the first words. The nominated survivor steps forward and gains +1 courage. Okay, let's do it now. Oh wait, that's not a stat. Oh no, it is. Yippee! What does courage even do? Huh. They lead the other survivors in learning to speak to one another. They discuss their situation, realizing they must hunt to live. Add the white lion to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet. Maybe I should have like moved the settlement record sheet closer. White lion. Oh, that's already like checked. They already did that for me. Your settlement gains the language innovation. Search the innovation cards for language and place it face up in your play area. In your play area and record it on your settlement sheet. Oh wait. Press V to view deck and then F3 or something and then lang. Oh wait, that's settlement events, not innovations. Oops. I think these are innovations. Oh, that's a priority target token. Where? Are these the innovations? Yes. Language. No. Okay, wait. Did I put the innovation stack somewhere else? It's not settlement events. I see like Uppercroft, Skinnery, Organ Trader. Yippee! Looking for. I love looking for cards, dude. It's just like D&D. Also, I gotta clean up this one. Oh wait, it's probably like. No wait, put that down. Somewhere in here. Envelope, Phoenix, Kingsman, Innovations. There it is. It's between like the monster cards. Why? I don't know. We can now speak. Oh, that's for principles. Oh, there's an innovation deck spot where I can just put down the whole deck. I should do that. So fucked up to watch, like, how are you supposed to know this stuff? Dude, okay, when I bought Kingdom Death Sim and like the first 20 minutes, I was like, well, I was looking up on these shelves for the white lion and then noticed it's like in here. And then I like eventually found that you have to open this book first because there's like multiple books on the table. And you're kind of just supposed to guess that this one is like the one you're supposed to open first. Yeah, that's why like I spent 20 to 30 minutes messing around in like the simulator before I was like, okay, now I can stream it and still look like a dumbass without actually being frustrating to watch. Place up in the play area and record it on your settlements sheet. Language is your first innovation. It will spark the creation of the innovation deck. Build the innovation deck now. Okay, wait, but how do I build it? The innovation deck represents the potential cultural and technological growth of your settlement. It will grow throughout the campaign as you gain new innovation cards. Find the 6 innovation cards with language consequence listed under their title. I hope I can find those by just searching language, otherwise I'm gonna have to like remember to search these one by one. Shuffle these 6 together to form your settlement innovation deck. Place it face down on the designated space on the settlement board. Okay. Ammonia first. Also, where do I... I'm just gonna put like... This is gonna be... This area here is gonna be the play space for like the settlement, I guess. All survivors gain the Encourage survival action. Encourage once per round. If standing, spend 1 survival to call out a non-deaf survivor. They stand if knocked down. Add all language consequences to your deck. Okay, wait. So. Okay, now Encourage. Also, it's kind of fun that with this game, you can actually just put on like Darkest Dungeon music or like dramatic music in the background. Because I've learned from experience that you should not write lore for Dungeons and Dragons while listening to music like this. You should be listening to clown music, otherwise you end up taking yourself too seriously and end up way too edgy for like players who are gonna use like oil and banana peels and then taunt an enemy to dash towards them and make it slip and slide into the wall, you know? Just go to the door and grab the funny magnifying glass, then you can just search for whatever deck or miniature. I mean, I can do that right now. Also, the first time I played this, I also spent like a good 5 to 10 minutes. Well, a couple minutes searching in game and then a couple minutes googling like, wait, how do you save this game? Oh yeah, wait, you're not supposed to pick up the magnifying glass. You're supposed to inspect it. No, don't put it in your inventory, inspect it. And then you can do like the spinneroonie and whatever, but you gotta like click the cap to take that off and then click it to pick it up and then... Me having to like slide into your Pixiv chat to like ask, hey, how do I open this box in the Kingdom Death Sim? It was really funny actually in hindsight. Like I was like, ooh, these things are cool. I bet you can like open them if you have bought the DLCs or something. You gain the Signet heirloom. Signal of authority, a binding charm, imprisoning words in silence until broken by rightful hands. Yeah, like, I don't know what these things do. Well, actually, I already inspected the plastic box and I didn't find a way to open it yet. Oh, you just gotta hold it upside down or something. A mint condition miniature crafting table. A faint oxidized iron scent emanates from its surface, not as valuable when unboxed. Yeah, but what do these things do? Why doesn't the game like tell me like, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, the game just plays off a hefty baseline when you open stuff. Expertly crafted key that ensures the dwelling remains locked. Feels heavier than it looks. A pen. Pen 15? Fucking the ghost pen heirloom. Ghost pen, obsidian black, standard size, and I don't know, that looks pretty big to me, I don't know. I think your standards are a bit messed up, I don't know. When a plan is placed uncapped on the game table, it will transcribe the details of any card that is hovered over it to over a record sheet onto the appropriate field. What? I don't know what that means. Also, this house is dusty as heck. J.K. Rowling type house. Okay, now. Can I, if I do this, can I press F3? Oh wait, or outside of it. Ooh. Cool. Okay, so now I should be able to like... Oh, it's in here. Okay, that's kind of useful. Wait. This deck needs to like be over there. I need ammonia, I need drums. What else? I needed some other things as well. Hover, inner lantern, paint, and symposium. What? Oh, hovel. Hovel? Huh? What? Does F2 just make you inspect a random figure? Wow. Anyway. No, wait, don't put the card there. I need that. I need that on the table. Send me... Send me back. Okay, thanks. Simp. Oh, I already had... Wait. Hovel, symposium, drums, ammonia, and like 2 others. Inner lantern and paint. F2 is cinematic mode. Changing the keybind to nothing is probably a good idea. I probably should. And... let's see. Input. Dramatic watch. You know what? That can be... I wonder if this will register. No, they don't register scroll lock. You know what? Sure. I want... Dramatic dice view. Oh, it doesn't even work. There we go. Okay. Now we have the language innovation and the innovation deck. Shuffle these 6 cards together. It's persistent. Make sure you preserve the unique combination of cards in your deck between sessions. Finish with their work. The settlement gathers around its glowing center. Holding V while rolling does. It's actually badass. Okay, wait. I need to check this out. What? That's awesome. The freaking, like, slowdown effect as well. Oh yeah, and like in the first battle, like 2 people threw their rock for a guaranteed crit, and both times it was like into a trap card. Sad. Armed with language, the nominated survivor aptly names the glowing center their home. Oh wait, what even is the glowing center? Do I need to like flip around this board in the middle? Or should I just pretend that like that's the sum? I forgot that this is on the floor. Search the large settlement location cards for the lantern horde and place it face up in your play area. Like this the show. No, this is the showdown board. What's the play? What counts as the play area? Like just the table? The nominated survivor sits in front of the lantern horde in awe and gains +1 understanding. They must skip the next hunt phase as they ponder the meaning of existence. They cannot be selected as the parting survivor of this phase. Alright. So, Ren, you skip next hunt. And then... Lantern... Game box? Wait. Oh, okay, these large cards. Lantern horde. Innovate once per settlement phase. You may spend the listed resources to draw 2 innovation cards. Keep 1 and return the other to the deck. Build Bonesmith, build Skinnery, build Organ Grinder. Requires language. I have no clue how to build stuff. Nominated survivor that has 2 or more hunt XP than yourself. They describe illuminating details of their desired death. If you are not deaf, you gain +1 hunt XP from their story. If the nominated survivor has a shattered jaw, instead gain +1 insanity. Cool. We have no one with like 2 or more hunt XP, only 1. Return to the first story to complete the settlement phase? Okay, wait, what was the first story again? That like 1 card of... Huh? Hold on. Was it just... Oh, no, wait. Actually, the first story is like the start of the book. This is like a story event all the way in the middle of the book. Also, I gain +1 understanding. Where is understanding a stat or a token? P weapon proficiency, list master, survival. Evasion, endeavor, damage, toughness, accuracy, priority target, strength, speed, reroll, movement, frenzy, luck. It's to the right of courage. Did I just miss it? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, and like the black box, like the bold boxes are like special things. Ah. Well, those trigger special things. They must skip the next hunt phase. Okay. And now we go back to survival guide. Well, back one, actually. Oh, we're still, like, it's been 3 hours and I'm at page, like, 34. If the timeline is updated, triggered, yeah, I did the returning store. Oh, yeah, and that's from the freaking settlement, like, page. Update death count. If any survivors perished in the first story, update the death count on the settlement sheet by filling one unfilled box for each lost survivor. I think I already did that, but let me check. Also, I need to use left click to actually go across the table. That's a lot faster than like WASD. Yeah, okay. Check milestone. The first time the death count is updated on the settlement record sheet triggers a milestone story event. Principal death. The group will pick a principal and face the outcomes. Once you complete the story event to get the corresponding principal card and place it on this on the settlement board. Okay, where's like... Wait, did they say it was a story event? Yeah, principal death. The group must decide what to do with their first survivor corpse. Choose one. First harvest. The settlement decides to harvest the body for resources. The settlement gains the death principle. Cannibalize. Find and place the card on the settlement board and note it on the settlement record sheet. After adding the card to the settlement, roll 1d10. Okay, before actually reading what they do, I think if I woke up in a void of stone faces and suddenly get attacked by a lion, I would choose, like, cannibalize. Zion. No comment. Let's see. Give me that. After adding the card to the settlement. Okay. Survival limit +1. And we grab a T10. Five. The settlement ritualistically divides the corpse with a sharp stone and grimly consumes the damned dead flesh. Gain a founding stone starting gear. All departing survivors gain +3 insanity. Okay, give me. We gain a founding stone. And everyone gains plus... All departing survivors gain +3 insanity. Have I decided who will depart yet? Oh yeah, I decided Bag will depart. So you gain 3. If your insanity is 3+, you are insane. Okay, so... Wait, Rambot is no longer a departing survivor. Because he has to skip one. So you're just staying in the settlement. Who are we sending instead? Yeah, skips one. Well. We need another male, so Golgus, it's your turn. Should I write down the resource? Well, actually, I guess it's necessary to write down the resources and storage if you don't want to have like cards like this laying around everywhere. Actually, this endeavor still belongs to Rendo. You can have my cloth. It's fine. Gorgus, meal. You gain 1 survival because you're named. You have 5 movement. You are departing survivor, so you gain 3 insanity. And you wait. Actually, yeah. You've got the language power up, so you can encourage others. Yep. Let's see. You've gained 3. Back gained 3. Bunyan returned with 3 insanity and is now at 6. And Ilya gains 3, so it's at 6. And the setting has an option to have rotation snap to like 90 degrees increments. I wasn't sure if like... yeah, it only did like 90-degree increments, or the game also like supported facing diagonally, but gameplay. Auto snap item rotation. What actually would have been the other? They decide that for every new creature they eat, they will become stronger. They gain permanent speed. Isn't that like a Fallout thing? If you are currently working your way through the first story, return to the settlement section and proceed to the develop step. Oh yeah, pick up the character sheet and hold it over the gear grid to get the... Oh, to get the correct name to show on the miniature as well. That's... Ah... See, they don't... Well, this is what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. Oh yeah, and I gotta put these materials, like... here. Wait, this is like monster resources. And I'll put the basic resources on the other side. You? I'm pressing Q. You should grab all of them. Okay. Whenever I move on to a different step in this process, I feel like I've skipped over things. Which I probably did. Develop. During this step, the survivors spend their endeavors wherever endeavor is indicated to build, innovate, craft gear, and join activities. When the settlement starts out, they can spend their endeavors at Lantern Horde to build new settlement locations. When an endeavor is spent, reduce the total number of endeavors by 1. Oh, so it's not like assigned to a person, but you get 1 endeavor per returning survivor for the whole settlement. Is that right? Yeah, each returning survivor generates 1 endeavor. Okay. So wait, if only 1 person survives the first white lion encounter, like you were off to such a bad start already. If you can, spend 3 endeavors to build the Bonesmith, Organ Grinder, and Skinnery settlement locations. If there are fewer than 3 endeavors to start, choose which locations to build. Get these large location cards from the box and place them below the settlement board where indicated. If the settlement has a remaining endeavor, the players choose how to spend it. If they build an Organ Grinder, a survivor may partake in Augury by spending 1 endeavor and following the rules. If this causes a new birth, principal new life. They may also spend the remaining endeavor and 3 resources to innovate at the Lantern Horde. If they do, draw the top 2 cards and choose 1 to add permanently. New settlement locations allow survivors to spend their resources to craft gear. Gear is listed on each location along with its cost. Gear is listed on each location. What do you mean gear is listed on each location? Like which location? Oh, wait, the gear you can craft. Ah. Oh, okay, wait. I gotta reorganize this a little bit. Okay, so where are the other endeavors? There you are. I'll just put these here. This goes here. Language innovation. And then also, yeah, what's the button to like put dice down instead of rolling them? I don't think there is one, but anyway, I think I'm just follow the guide and I'll like build the bonesmith and build the skinnery and like the organ grinder. Bonesmith. And organ grinder. Oh, that's the wrong one. Put that back. I love the lag spike when I put it back. Holding shift and rolling is the best you got. Huh. I mean, close enough. Bonesmith, organ grinder, and what was the other one? Skinnery. Okay. Stone noses. Fecal salve. Monster grease. Dried acanthus. Lucky charm. Monster tooth necklace. Oh, augury costs 1 endeavor. The survivor endeavors to glean the meaning of existence. Roll on the table. Add +1 to your roll result if your understanding is 3 or higher. Oh, 8+ is intimacy. Can you imagine like someone being like, guys, give me a moment. I need to understand the meaning of existence. And then like half an hour later, they come out of the tent with like super fuzzy, messy hair going like, whoo! Wow. I get it now. I get it, guys. Like I understand. Let's see. I think... Wait, what materials do I even have? Bone, hide. Question mark. Oh, this is like a Joker. Holy. Broken lantern. Organ. Consumable. If you consume this, archive the card. Roll 1d10 on the result of a 6+, you contract a parasite. Archive all consumable gear on your gear grid now. Then why would you consume it though? Pressing tab while hovering over a card is really good. Why don't they tell you about this before? Like I was huh. Okay, so I can like create a bunch of bone weapons, but I can also just later create like a weapon crafting. That would be really good. Even just a list of hotkeys in like on the UI for the first hour of gameplay. Because like when you wait. Like yeah, when I click on this deck, look, I have all of these, and it. Then why, if I click this one, doesn't it say something like view and then like tab next to it, so I would know that I can just do this? It would be that would be way too cool. Actually, I get why they want. Okay, the bone axe costs 1 bone and 1 organ, so surely that's cool, right? And good. I'll just use the monster organ and create cat bone. So those get like archived, I think. I'm just putting them here in case I shouldn't archive them. And then I get like 1 bone axe. Endeavor, agree. This will allow surveyors to spend their resource to craft gear. Gear is listed. Resources are spent to craft gear. Archive the resource cards. Return to the box and get the gear you crafted from the box. Okay. Okay, who's gonna get the bone? Ooh, oh, 3 bonus. Oh, that's okay. Wait, what's frail? Once per attack, if you critically wound, cause 1 additional wound. This effect does not apply to impervious hit locations. It doesn't tell me. You know what? Ilya, you were the MVP last time. I'll give you a bone axe. And then prepare the parting survivors and then the showdown. If you plan to continue, choose a monster from the quarry list on the settlement record sheet and decide which survivors will set off to hunt it. After the first story, only the white lion is available. More monsters will be added to the quarry list through story events. Any eligible returning survivors may become departing survivors. Or players may pull a new survivor from the settlement's population. To do this, get a new survivor record sheet and create a survivor, adding their name to the settlement population list. Place any gear your settlement has acquired in departing survivors' gear grids and update each survivor's armor points at each location to reflect their gear. Award any bonuses from gear and innovations that affect departing survivors. Well, should tell you, but the glossary in the book should have every keyword. That may be a good one. Rain damage. For real. FR. Frail. Special gear rule. Frail weapons are destroyed if a survivor attempts to wound a super dense location with them. Archive the weapon at the end of the attack. Alright. So it'll probably tell me when like I hit something super frail. It probably has a description of like, oh yeah, this breaks fragile weapons. You choose a monster for the quiet. Okay, so the white lion is like the only option to choose at the moment, anyway. Also, I probably could have just named these like what's it called? Like unnamed survivors, and then named them later. Resourcing gear storage. Stay returning survivors. First death count is updated. That's actually done, and we got the principal death. Population reaches 0. Game over. We've got the weapon, the language innovation. Oh, there it is. We took cannibalize. And we've got the white line. Lantern Horde. We have the these 3 as well. Oh, the Lantern Horde in itself is also like a settlement location. Ah, I see. I thought the Lantern Horde like was the settlement. Also, these 3 are archived because I spent them on like building stuff. Okay, I'm starting to understand that this game might be very cool once you get the hang of it. Now, like, most of the time, I'm just, like, looking around and thinking, like, oh man, I drew a trap card. Frick, I already, like, drew a hit location and discarded an AI card. So Also, the White Lion drawing, like, Grasp into a trap card that reshuffles the deck into another Grasp is super annoying because it means the White Lion has just sprinted to the other side of the board with 1 survivor, and the others just have to run after it. Okay. Okay, wait. If I put the pen, like, uncapped on the board, and I hover, like, resources over the settlement sheet, will it, like, write them down for me? How did that work? Like, ah. Is it gonna do that for every single... Oh, wait. What if I'm smart about this? And like... Okay, I was about to say, like, is it gonna do the animation for every single card? Oh, but this... That probably also means that... I can just hover survivors over that as well. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. But these, well, I already recorded these, but... Oh, it's a... It wrote it on, like, the other side of the sheet, but... Okay, it didn't uncheck it either. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I don't think that prompt is supposed to show up multiple times. Right-click the pen and click haste. That's... Okay, yeah, that worked. They don't tell you about that either. Yeah. Okay, wait, I should put this back in there. Alright, I think I'm ready to like leave on the next hunt, but I'm calling it quits here because otherwise, like, the next hunt is also definitely gonna take me 3.5 hours, and the music stopped again because YouTube isn't sure if I'm still listening. The video paused. Continue watching. Alright. I'm gonna call it quits here and see who I'm gonna raid. Also, the game saves by itself, right? Hi. Yeah, you're good on the saves. Okay. What is... Wait, don't you have, like, the stone face thing that you're supposed to put, like, the character sheets in or something? And you have, like, the camera that I don't know what it do. Oh yeah, you can... wait, you can probably pinpoint the moment where, like, Glitchy died to an exploded head, I think. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm already on another screen. Ah! Stone Cloud is broken right now. Camera is save state. That's... interesting. Hop on VR chat? Yeah, I might. Okay, wait, let me actually slowly and carefully, like, go to the main menu in, like, the Kingdom Death game before, I don't know, the save explodes. That would be scary. Also, I realized I do need to mount my VR base stations on the wall. Because the next, like, Steam VR headset... oh wait, there's two music playing. The next VR headset doesn't, like, support full body tracking yet. So you need, like, Slime VR trackers, but those have, like... I don't have those! So I'm using, like, two different VR tracking systems to play, like, full body, like, VR chat eventually. No, I rated Raven Rabenstein recently, but yeah, no, what we're gonna raid Cole because he was in here earlier. He will be the first. We will subject him to intimacy once the, like, settlement population drops low. So we'll have to thank him in advance. Get so tall tripods if you don't want to drill holes. No, I'm like fine with drilling holes, but I was like, yeah, I shouldn't if I'm gonna, like, upgrade to a new system anyway. Anyway. Okay, you can stop the dramatic music now, Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon also fits well with the Kingdom Death Monster. Because it's, like, almost the same concept. Like, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons with friends every other week. See you, Space Ramboy. Thank you for watching, Tortoise, and lurking. But yeah, in D&D, we only managed to play, like, D&D once, maybe twice a month. But we have a D&D campaign that's inspired by Darkest Dungeon. And Kingdom Death Monster feels like playing Darkest Dungeon with D&D rules. Sorta. Like, you got the whole settlement going on, you got, like, people gaining hunt experience and all that. It's pretty cool. I like it. And I've been sending, like, hunt event cards to my DMs saying, like, hey, this is pretty cool, this fits in D&D well, right? So now I can actually know what they do.